Hey, sexy boys. It's me, sexy boy. Anyways, I can't see anything. I'm usually supposed to be wearing these. They're dirty as hell right now. I don't know why I'm not wearing them. Probably just because I want to look sexy. Anyways, today we're ranking normal type Pokemon. Yeah, that was probably pretty loud. Anyways, yeah. So I do these tier lists S, A, B, C, F. If you don't know what a tier list is, I'm basically just ranking how much I like or how good Pokemon are. S is they're extremely good, extremely viable. A is they're really good, pretty viable. B is they're good, just sometimes they're not going to be on your team because for certain reasons. C's, I mean, they're mediocre, so you're not going to go out of your way to get them. And F is not viable at all, or not viable very much. So to start this off, we have Pidgey, just first root Pokemon. You can't really do a lot with him. He's usually weak. I'm gonna say usually a lot. So early root Pokemon tend to be weak to the first gym. Rattata doesn't really do well against Brock. Pidgey is the same story. Brock is extremely powerful against flying types, so therefore it's not great. Its later evolutions are a lot better. Speaking of which, we have Pidgeotto. I finally learned their names. So Pidgeotto, it's just a better version of Pidgey. Pidgeot is Pidgeot. Almost everybody has him on their team. In just casual playthroughs or whatever. He's not viable in competitive gameplay, but compared to a lot of Pokemon, I would say he's probably up here. Alolan Retard. He gets a dark type, I'm pretty sure, right? Let's see. Alolan Retard. I can't see anything going on my screen right now, so just bear with me, guys. No, not what I'm trying to see. There it is. Yeah, it gets a dark type, which gives it a couple more, type matchups, which, depending on how you look at it, can be good or bad. I like him. I've always had a pretty strong connection to Rattata and Raticate. I like how he gets his dark typing, so he'll probably go up there. I think he's better than Pidgey. I don't think I think you probably would want him on an Alolan playthrough. Alolan Raticate, I've always loved Raticate. Guts on Raticate is so good. Hyperfang, Superfang, those are all pretty decent. I gotta say he's right there. Rattata, just a little bit below Alolan Rattata because he's just purely normal type. And then I'd probably put regular Raticate down there. Spearow and Fearow, I will forever hate these. They get a total of 4 moves, move types. I think they get one steel move, which is Steel Wing, a bunch of normal moves, a couple flying moves, and then 1 dark move, I'm pretty sure, and that's Thief. I absolutely hate them. I just have a personal grudge against them. Jigglypuff, terrible. Terrible stats, terrible learn set. Jigglypuff is actually somewhat better than Wigglytuff because Jigglypuff actually gets some viable move. Well, not necessarily viable, just usable moves through learning up, whereas Wigglytuff gets Charm, Sing, and other non-damaging moves. But again, its stats are pretty bad, so it's probably about right there. Wigglytuff, it's probably, yeah, right there. Meowth, he's not very good. Don't use him on your team. Persian's the same story. It's just a stronger version of Meowth. Like, you do not want him on your team. Farfetchd, he's pretty good. He's on the same level-ish of Pidgey, in my opinion. Doduo, I like using him in my Fire Red, Leaf Green playthroughs. It's just a pretty average Pokemon. It is better than Pidgey, but I don't know if it's as good as Pidgeot. It's probably around Pidgeotto level. Dodrio is probably just a little bit better than Pidgeot because it gets some more move variety. So, and I like its design. Licky Tongue, I'm pretty sure, because I think this is Licky Tongue. I'm doing a playthrough right now of just Licky Tongue and Pokemon Emerald, and it's such a pain in the ass because he levels very slowly, and like he starts off with Lick, which obviously it's okay, but the first Pokemon you fight ever in Pokemon Emerald, like Gen 3 games, is a normal type. Unless you get Poochyena in Ruby and Sapphire. But still, that's not very effective, so it's going to take forever to do those fights. And Lick isn't a very good move. And it doesn't get a decent move until Knockoff at like level 18. And that only does 20 damage in Gen 3. Don't go trying to catch him. Like, he gets okay moves, but other than that, I've actually not used Licky, so I can't give a solid opinion on him. Happiny, nope. Chansey, you can get some use out of it setting up. Blissy's S tier, it's very good for stalling. It has incredible health. I did a platinum only run with her, and it was a pain, but with like a full team, she's pretty good. Kangaskhan, I have a very strong connection to Kangaskhan. I love the design. They could have done a little bit more with the Mega Evolution instead of just letting the baby hop out of the pouch. Other than that, it's a pretty good Pokemon. I actually really like it. Tauros is very strong, pretty like solid stats. It like all these Pokemon are normal type, but you can still get use out of a lot of them. Like normal type usually isn't very good because it's not super effective against anything, and it only cancels out one type, which is Ghost. So, and fighting types are pretty common in a lot of mainstream games, so Ditto, he's cool, but you're not going to be using him. Eevee, you can get some potential out of it if you like evolve it into an Espeon or an Umbreon. It's not great, it's not terrible. You have some potential with it because you can evolve it into much better things. Girafarig. So, speaking of my Blissy run, when I got to the Elite Four, Lucian was such a pain because you would get past Lucian's Bronzong, and then you'd have to fight this thing. And so I used a metronome on Blissy. I gave it a metronome. So I just spammed Shadow Ball throughout the entire fight. Then when I beat Bronzong, I was like, yes, we finally did it. Let's get to Cynthia. No. There's Girafarig. I completely forgot it was on that team. And Girafarig's normal and psychic type. So with all my metronome buildups, it had no effect. I've never used Girafarig. Munchlax. It's so hard to get in Platinum, I'm pretty sure, because you have to slather honey trees and like it has like a 1% chance. Snorlax, absolutely great. Super tanky. I love it. Sentret, not bad. Evolves early. I really like him. Furret, I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that. Furret can learn a lot of TMs and like especially Surf, Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, Ice Punch. Like in my Pokemon Gold Nuzlocke, Furret carried me. He's completely underrated. His stats are so nice. They're average, but they're not bad. I really like him. Hootsuite, he's just normal bird type Pokemon. Noctowl, he's pretty good. Just solid. Ampabomb, I think. I'm just gonna call him one hand monkey and two hand monkey. He's pretty average. Nothing too special. Ampabomb, I mean two hand monkey. He gets a lot of good HM moves. He has very solid stats. Overall, he's just pretty good. Dunsparce, cracked, absolutely cracked out of his mind. Just kidding. He's not great. He's not bad. Whatever. Teddy Ursa. I've actually never used this guy. Ursaring. I did a Ursaring only run. He's pretty solid. I like him. Nothing too special about him, but he's cool. Porygon. I personally don't like either of them. They're like you're not gonna be getting them in a run because there's like you have to go out of your way to get them for just a mediocre Pokemon. I don't know. This is Sawsbuck, right? I don't know this Pokemon. I've never used it. Smeargle, cracked. Not really though. He only gets Sketch, which in a lot of situations isn't great. Don't go out of your way to get. Well, here's the thing. In competitive, if they're setting up light screens or trick rooms or whatever, or they're toxic or whatever, you can make some use out of him. So just for that, he's gonna be at the bottom of C tier. Miltank, Whitney's Miltank still gives me PTSD. There's not a lot to say about this Pokemon. It's okay. Zigzagoon, he's pretty good. Lanoon is probably a worse version of Furret. I'd rather have a Raticate over it. Swellow and Tailo, just your normal Pokemon. I'd probably say Swellow, I think its name is probably about right there. Slackoth, pretty bad, not great. Vigoroth, better. Slacking, crazy good. Truant ability obviously ruins it, but he's incredibly strong, gets a lot of HM moves, gets a lot of TM moves, gets pretty good level up moves. I like him. Whismur, terrible. Loudred, not very great. Probably about right there. Exploud, I did a Pokemon Black only run with him. He's decent. Meryl, I think, also has the water type, so just adds more weaknesses onto an already pretty bad Pokemon. Skitty, on its own, isn't great. Delcatty is just a little better version of him. Spinda, I did a Spinda only run, and it's got 60 across the board stat wise, so it's just average. Gets some pretty good TMs, not bad level up moves. I like him. This is an Swablu. So it evolves into Altaria, which can be really good. Probably about right there. Zangoose, I've never used. I used it in a Mega Ruby Nuzlocke, but then it died almost immediately. Cast form, it's pretty bad. Like, you have to go and set up weathers just to use moves for it. Kecleon, I like how it can switch typings, and overall it's decent. Starly, it's like, I'm just gonna be ranking all of these bird Pokemons together because they're pretty much the same all the time. Staravia, yeah. It's okay. I don't like the design. It's like, it's just another awkward middle evolution, and it's just not great. Straptor is cracked, very fast, pretty solid. Bidoof and Bibarel, completely underrated, gets really good HM moves. Like, everyone hates on it. It's honestly really good. Bidoof is probably a lot lower, but Bibarel is definitely up there. Benelby, because I know this one's low punny. Not great. But low punny, however, it gets some really good TM moves, pretty solid level up moves. Glamio, I think. It's probably just on par with Meowth. Purugly, Mars's Purugly, or was it Jupiter? I forgot. I haven't played Platinum in a while. Was really annoying. It's pretty good, actually. I don't know where to put it. I would say probably about right there. Maybe in front of Doduo. Regigigas is obviously a legendary. Its slow start ability can ruin it for, so it'll go at the top of A tier. Plus, it's a legendary, so I don't want to automatically give it S tier. Arceus, however, is S tier. It's Arceus. Patrat, it's decent for HM Pokemon. Probably about right there. Watchog. Lenora's Watchog with Retaliate can be such a pain in the ass if you're Nuzlocking. Other than that, you can find some viability out of it. Lillipup, it's okay. I'm never going to be using it on a team unless I evolve it, which I obviously will, but I just don't like it. Herdier, probably right there. Stoutland is pretty mediocre. I like him. There are way too many bird Pokemon. I'm just gonna call these Soviet Union birds because I forgot their name. I know these ones are unpheasant. This one is Shat Pants and this one's Diarrhea Pants. Cause look at this. It looks like it shat its pants, and this one looks like it diarrheaed its pants at a masquerade party or ball. Just another one of those bird Pokemon. Just another one of those middle evolution bird Pokemon. Unpheasant is actually pretty bad. It's probably one of the worst third evolution Pokemon. I don't know the difference actually between these two Pokemon. Audino, no. It's not good. But it's not F tier like a lot of these guys. Chinchino is one of these Pokemon. I don't know. Dude, I don't know any of these Pokemon. Like I've played with a lot of these Pokemon, but I don't know their names. It's okay. I just remember very faintly that it was just decent. This is just a lot better version of it. Probably about right there. Buffalon, I really like Buffalon. He's pretty bulky, pretty nice stats. Right there. I know one of these, Rufflet Braviary, I'm pretty sure. Rufflet, probably the worst of these. No, actually, it's probably about right there. Braviary, I've heard it's good, but I've actually never used it personally. Bunnelby and Diggersby. Diggersby is actually very good. It's pretty underrated. It gets Earthquake, I'm pretty sure, by level up, and if not, it 100% gets it by TM, which is pretty solid. Bunnelby is just a worse version of it. A lot of these Pokemon you'll find on early routes, except for Spinda. You don't get Spinda till really late, and like Kecleon, but it's whatever. Fletchling. This thing's not fire type? This one is definitely the worst out of the flying types. It's dumb. Pyroars, and then I don't know. I used these in my first ever Pokemon X Nuzlocke. I really had a personal connection to these. I really liked them. The first evolution isn't very good. I know the male version's better than the female version. Furfrou, I just don't like this Pokemon. I really don't. I don't like its whole design. It's just gross. Heliodisc, I think. Just the reptiles. I like. It's cute. I didn't mean to put it in F tier because I can't see right now. It's probably about right there. It's funny how Hootsuite is higher up than Delcatty. This one's a pretty solid Pokemon. It's not bad. It's not great. Piggypeck. Probably about right there. This one is another one of those awkward middle evolutions. I personally really like Toucanon. I like the name, like Toucanon. Really, it's a pretty pog name. It's probably about right there. Young Goose and Gumshoes. Young Goose, it can be decent for the first trial of the game. Other than that, it's not great. Gumshoes, it's the same situation. You're not going to be using it the entire playthrough, but it's a pretty solid Pokemon. Again, I'm not going to always use it because it is a first like route Pokemon, so you may need it in Nuzlocke, but it's whatever. Beware's first evolution, forgot the name too. It's solid. Beware itself is extremely strong. I really like Beware. It's funny how I put Furret above Regigigas. What the hell am I doing? Sivali and Type Null. I like the design a lot. A lot of people don't. I don't like how you have to give it the memory, like discs or whatever. Therefore, they're probably at the very top of C tier, and they're legendaries. So obviously, like, you have to wait a long time, and they're kind of a letdown.